Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
We're good. Oh, thought I hit the button. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Man, I was making sure the video was going to be okay. Video's looking good. If you guys remember what happened on Wednesday, you know. Yeah, was just kind of worried about it, but I think we'll be okay. Everything's good. Everything's looking smooth. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live on your Monday, August 29th. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You want to become a member? Do so. Become a member. Do all that stuff. And, of course, got all the sock meds around me. If you want to follow me on all the various stuff, the Patreon. I posted a couple things on Patreon. I actually might have something else. A few things, actually. So I've been posting some stuff on Patreon that, been hearing. So go check it out if you haven't subscribed to it. Appreciate everybody who subscribed. Okay, new content. What's going on? Dorothy V. Jones. Interesting. What's going on, Eric? Don't know if I'm going to be on the chat tonight, previous engagement, but how dare you, sir? How dare you? What's going on, JHH? How you doing? We got Super Omicron and Sarnoff, and that inept, uninspired leadership never should have happened, right? Hey, Miss Steph is right here. What is going on, Miss Nighthawk? Smash that like, thumbs up. Do all that. Everything she said. Everything. Tony Movie, Chappie D9, Neil Blomkamp fan. Hey, Dave, just saw Samaritan. Pretty decent. Thank you, Joey Henderson, for your super chat. I'll get to that in just a minute. Pretty decent. I still haven't checked it out yet, but I have to do it. Ronak, let's see. We went from She-Hulk to She-Twerks. Oh, boy. Alakazoo, what is up? Rhea, always good to see you. Do what she says. Also, smash that like, thumbs up. We got Mr. Jose right here. Happy Monday. Happy end of Monday. Will Morris, good to see you, buddy. Always good to see you. All right, music is off. What's going on, Music Man? And we got Jason McKenzie also. Ahoy, ahoy. What is going on? We got Miss Cat right here as well. We got Tet also, Zed, whichever one. We got, of course, hello, darling. Mattia right there. Always good to see ya. And who else we got? Scrolling. We got Jade. What's up? What's up? All right. Who else? Anybody else? JD McGray also. We got Keely B. Every day something's getting axed by WBD. Strange how some projects seem like it would be a slam dunk. Yeah, they're crunching those numbers, and we're going to be talking about some of that stuff. That's for damn sure. Yeah, everybody make sure you subscribe to Rhea's channel too. We're all a community here. Nicotina, good to see you, Andre. Let's see. We got Ariel also right here in the house. That's right. Mark, good news. Give us good news. Hopefully we'll have some good news. I mean, it's always optimistic, right? It's real. It exists. Yeah, I know, right? All right. Who else we got here? Hello, Claytalian. We got Patrick. We got Landon. All right. Who else we got? Nate is also here. I think I saw Selena Kyle in there somewhere. Patrick, I watched it. Yeah. Cool. I still haven't watched the original stuff, so yeah. But anyways, I think I saw Selena Kyle here somewhere too. There she is, saying hi to her wifey, of course. Up. We also got Rosemary is here. Rosemary. There's a Foo Fighters song that has your name as a title on it. It's a good song. So go check it out. Sam Betts, what's up? We got Jacob doesn't want to acknowledge it because yeah, no, I didn't. I'm sorry I didn't treat you to your birthday. Maybe next year there, Jacob. Maybe next year, huh? Anyways, okay, so, what's going on, M Enterprises? I don't, you know what? I haven't done the Monday wine in a bit because I kind of got tired of wine. I'll probably get back into wine a little bit. But, so now just, a little leftover bourbon. No bourbon. I had some bourbon, of course, the Bullet Bourbon on Friday. Whew, man, I woke up a little slow the next day. It was about a 6.5 hour fucking vodka stream, or like close to it. It was a long vodka stream, fun vodka stream, but yeah, I was feeling a little slow to get up. And of course, I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to get, so just drinking some leftover bourbon. So happy end of Monday, guys. Did I forget to get the super chat? I forgot to get your super chat, Joey. And also, Hardboiled, be on whenever I can. Patreon stream Saturday. We'll see about that there, Eric. Let's see. Oh, yeah, let me turn that back on. All right, Warner Brothers regrets releasing a movie they should have released back. I know, right? That's pretty much how we're taking it, right? But thank you for the $5 super chat. You're awesome. And then, of course, we got Mr. William Powell. Happy to hear the opinions of fired management, right? There you go. Also, we got Carrie here, too. Good to see you, buddy. But, yeah, guys, hopefully you guys had a good weekend. And I know I did. Hung out with some friends, had some good times, stayed up way past my bedtime. And then, of course, yesterday, continuing on and having eats and all this stuff and everything. Saw Mama Film Junkee, which I don't think she's in the chat quite yet, but hey, we'll see. We'll see if she shows up. All right, let's see. Let's get to the show right here. There you go. Thank you, Jason McKenzie, 19 months. Hashtag Henry Cavill Superman. It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. All right. Oops. Forgot to turn the chat off. All right, here we go. Let's get to these tweets, huh? Let's get to the tweets. All right, here we go. Boop. All right, here we go. First off, hey, we got some The Boys Season 4 stuff, which is fantastic. We got Jeffrey Dean Morgan showing up. He's going to be cast. We don't know who yet. They haven't announced that, but Jeffrey Dean going to be in The Boys Season 4. Man, hopefully we can get can they reshoot a scene where he plays Thomas Wayne Batman? The old regime sucked big time, right? Right? Yeah. And then of course they've began. It's begun. Season 4 has started, so naturally the cast of the boys themselves take the picture sticking up their middle fingers. That's the way it goes. So keeping up tradition right there. Got to love it. Miles Teller and Scott Derrickson will be teaming up for his next project, where it's for Skydance The Gorge. So that's going to be interesting. So Scott Derrickson's killing it right now. Killing it. And then we got some demographics right here. When it comes to HBO Max and Discovery Plus, I know some people were not liking this, but it's like, well, you don't have to like it, but it's not like they made this shit up. But it says HBO Max, diverse groups, single people, hybrid car drivers, no kids, use social media. Discovery Plus, white, married people, SUV minivan drivers, no social media, might have grandkids. Very random, but yeah. So there you go. It's just a random little survey thing there. They ran some numbers, and there you go. That's what they do when it comes to all that. Yeah, so insane. Anyway, so a lot of, the blue-eyed white devil, like in that Discovery Plus. Taylor Hawkins' concert is happening this Saturday, so you can donate, of course. Shows right here where to donate, so I'll definitely be waking up and watching that tribute concert. I'm probably going to fucking cry that day. Yep, that's going to happen. This is pretty cool. We got a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man family right here. I like it. Stranger Things Season 5, they've already started. They're going to have 8 episodes for the final season. They're already starting to mark them out right there. Got that chart out. Hey, we got Joe Pesci here. I can't do a Joe Pesci. I have to work on it. But Joe Pesci is going to return to acting for Bupkis. Sadly, it's a series with Pete Davidson. That's right. I'm no longer with Kim Kardashian. Jesus Christ. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. The Elvis movie will be showing up soon on HBO Max. It grossed, where's it at right now? 145.7 domestically. Doing pretty good, the Elvis movie, so it's still running strong. It ran pretty strong in the box office. You can actually purchase it, of course, or you can watch it on HBO Max on September 2nd, sometime this week, so. Started watching it a little bit yesterday at my mom's. She loves that movie. My mom loves that movie. Then we got some standees for Black Adam right here. So we're seeing some promotion stuff. The Hawkman one is a little weird because his foot is up. It's like, they need to put him on something where his foot is naturally up. Planning phase. Guess what? We got David Ayer right here planning for his next movie right here, doing some model stuff. You know he loves his cop movies, likes doing them cop dramas. Did you guys see this here? All right, we kind of, I talked about this with somebody. I think I talked about it on Saturday or something like that. But I totally forgot that they're making a new Fletch movie with John Hamm. And I like the original. I love the original Fletch movie, Chevy Chase. I'm like, I don't know about the sequel so much, but the original Fletch movie is absolutely fantastic. Maybe we did talk about it on the Vox stream. I can't remember. My conversations just bleed in with each other. Totally forgot that they were doing like a remake of Fletch. So the trailer got released, and I'm kind of like, all right, Confess Fletch. It's a weird title, Confess Fletch. But hey, I'll give it a shot, I guess. But yeah, just totally forgot about it. For a while there, though, Ryan Reynolds was actually attached by doing it. Even Kevin Smith was going to direct it at one point. So it's been in development hell for a long time. And then, of course, yes, Mr. Dan Lin. We've talked about it a lot. It's not fully confirmed yet. So once it gets fully confirmed, we'll talk about it some more. But yeah, Dan Lin, obviously talking about him. Good stuff. And then, of course, womp womp, Walter Hamada will be transitioning out of the company. Well, is he going to be non-binary? Just kidding. Sorry. Anyways, and then, of course, we got some behind the scenes of Jim Carrey for the Riddler right here. Well, that's pretty good. And then we got some Zoe, Miss Alexa Nicholas, who was on Zoe 101. She protests outside of Nickelodeon because guess what? Nickelodeon is it's a breeding ground for pedophiles. Sickelodeon, I like that. Disney, Nickelodeon, those family, those kid companies. Yeah, you should ask some of those kids that were, growing up in that environment. They have stories. But of course, it's all hush-hush, and, if you even talk about that, guess what? You end up getting suicided. Jesus Christ. It's really gross, but good on her for, Nickelodeon didn't protect me. Gotta blow the lid on that one, please. Blow the lid on that. KC talking about, hey, man, if Zack Snyder can't do Justice League 2 or 3, man, what if George Miller did the Nightmare second one? I mean, come on. We all got those Mad Max vibes when it came to the Nightmare sequence in both BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League. The movie that shouldn't have been made. Of course, I had my first reaction to 3,000 Years of Longing. There was a trending event for Release Batgirl. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, we have an awesome Trump impression from, my Trump impression is decent. Jamie Foxx, the guy's a madman, talented as fuck, can imitate anybody. This is his Trump impression right here.
I know Harry, he's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop Deal Double G. Great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love Death Row. I love Death. Excuse me. Fake news. I love Death Row.
So good.
What's your favorite Death Row record, Mr. Trump?
All of them.
I like them all.
Still try to pin me down. I see what he just... Excuse me.
Fake news.
Excuse me.
Fake news.
Fake news.
I like this part
They
right
tried
here.
to give me the virus.
They tried to give me the
I beat
virus.
the virus. I said they tried to give me the virus. Like, who was they? Didn't the motherfuckers say...
But I beat the virus with Diet Coke and Taco Bell. That's what I did. Nah, Jamie Foxx, just one of the most talented motherfuckers alive, man. I tell you what. Guy can imitate everybody. Here's a stupid comment that was left on my Walter Hamada video thing. When they're talking about Dan Lin, apparently there's people out there that think he's Walter Hamada 2.0. I'm guessing that could be a little... That's a little racist, I'm assuming. But yeah, I'm like going, I don't think this guy's going to be Walter Hamada 2.0. But yeah, ignorant shit. What can you do? Jesus Christ. Walter Hamada reportedly made the decision to leave DC Films for good after Warner Bros. Discovery delayed the releases of Shazam and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Yeah, it's because you fucked them up. You already fucked them up. That's on you there, bud. That's on you. That's definitely on you. And I didn't realize this, but it makes sense. And I think even Junkee XL teased this when he was on the Vodka stream, that he was going to be working with George Miller again. We just assumed it's for Furiosa, which he is, but I didn't realize he did the soundtrack for, he did the score for 3,000 Years of Longing. Good stuff. I didn't realize that, you know? It's very unique. It's different. You know, the movie is an acquired taste. I will say that. I walked out kind of, you saw my first reaction. It was kind of like, you know, it was interesting, very much interesting. Two acting powerhouses, interesting story, a lot of storytelling, you know, but it dragged a little bit for me. So, but I'd be happy to watch it again. And yes, guys, subscribe to the Patreon. Been posting things on there, exclusive content on the Patreon. So, and then of course, yeah, retweeting some stuff for the Batgirl campaign that was happening. And then Zack Snyder, of course. This man, what, does he just like, I don't know, is he like just creating these scenes out there? He's just taking a picture on his iPhone. I can't take pictures like this on my phone. My God, how does he fucking achieve that? Did he just like he just went one day, he's like, hey, can we get some clouds up there? Just get some clouds, and the sun's gonna be perfectly setting. Jesus Christ, the guy always seems to just get that good shot. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. And then happy birthday to Andy Muschietti. His birthday was just a few days ago. That's right. Love that guy. And of course, we talked about the Ezra Miller meeting with the Warner Brothers leadership. Did a video on that, so we don't talk about it more. Batman Caped Crusader is receiving intense interest from Apple, Hulu, and Netflix. Okay, so apparently when it comes to Batman Caped Crusader, now, obviously, we were all just like heartbroken. I, of course, was like, and I thought I jinxed it because, you know, 2 weekends ago when we did Batman the Fanimated stream on this channel with Scott, we kind of talked about, oh no, this cartoon, this animated, it's an animated Batman movie from the guys from Batman the Animated Series. Of course, it's safe. But sure enough, yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery were like, nope, we're not going to have it on HBO Max. But they didn't cancel it. They just said not on HBO Max. And apparently, the information that was rolling in, the reason why they're going to be shopping it around is because they'll actually make more money by licensing out to another streaming service. So it's just another one of those things where they're breaking down the numbers, and the profit or the money, you know, obviously looking for that money that the previous regime fucked up on and lost. Apparently, shopping it somewhere else is actually going to be more beneficial to the company as opposed to having it on HBO Max. Interesting, right? Doesn't seem like that would be the case, but then again, I mean, look what's happening with Sandman. I don't know. But yeah, so apparently that was like the reason why. They weren't just like, fuck Batman. Are you kidding me? We're going to put Batman on HBO Max? Who watches Batman anymore? No, apparently they're just going to be like, they're shopping it around, and it's going to be more beneficial. So it's still going to happen, thank God, because, you know, when it comes to Batman the Fanimated stream, when we get done with the Batmans, we'll probably do some Batman Beyond. We'll probably do some Superman the Animated. We'll talk about those, Scott and I, and we definitely want to start talking about this when this starts coming out. So there you go. Apparently that's the reason right there. There you go. There's me as Nicholson Joker right there from Mr. Fear Jason. Thank you, sir. And then we got a new image. Look at this. So freaking awesome. Look at that. Dr. Fate right there. Dr. Fate promotional poster. Looks badass. That costume. I love the texture of his costume too. God damn. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like his costume a little bit better than Black Adam's costume. Just a little bit. I mean, come on. A lot of us are seeing it because of him, right? Pierce Brosnan. What can I say? Yeah. And then right here, another report is saying that The Flash has received the highest scores at the test screening since Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Now, I mean, you could take this with what you will. You know, it's just test scores, test screenings, it's whatever. You know, do all this, and of course, you know, they always compare everything to the fucking Dark Knight. Of course, everything is always compared to the Dark Knight, but I just thought it was funny, and I was like, oh yeah, we cut to Film Twitter, and Film Twitter, of course, when it comes to CBM's Dark Knight can't be beat, so, you know, obviously they start losing their shit, but who knows, I mean, whatever, take that however you want to take it. Jay Oliva right here, when he was responding to this, He said, when planning out the Zod Superman fight, I told Zack that up to until then, the only time you had people flying, engaging in combat was Superman 2 and The Matrix 3. I said that I wanted to top the Matrix fight and do things I've only seen in animation. The rest is history, which of course it did. It was absolutely glorious. The Matrix. There's a lot of inspiration. If you guys remember, DJ VFX supervisor, which I talked to him, talked to Brian Hirota. DJ worked on the Matrix Revolutions and was a part of that whole flying sequence. So, and of course he worked on Man of Steel. He talked about that. So if you didn't check out that stream, do that. Please do that. It's good stuff. But yeah, so there you go, just talking about that. And yeah, I still remember walking out of the Matrix Revolutions and going and looking at my friends going, where's our Superman movie now? We have to have a Superman movie. Did you see that shit? We have to have a Superman movie after that. My God. And never forget, guys, never forget when Henry Cavill had to prove to his nephew's teachers that his uncle was in fact Superman. Yes, he showed up to class. This is, again, it's like, talking about Henry Cavill Superman, we keep talking about it. Never forget that he did this. And this is like one of the awesomest things that he showed up like, yep, that's right. All right, let's do this. And there you go. Can you imagine walking? You're like a kid in class and literally fucking Superman shows up? Wow. That's always good stuff. I always love seeing that story, hearing about that story. Just good stuff. Make sure you guys tune in for Scott right there. He on his Patreon, he's got these awesome little figurines right there. Let's see. Keep going. Let's kind of power through. Update on the Spawn movie. A lot of people have been wondering about this. We've heard about this. What it was like? Oh, it was like before the pandemic, pre-pandemic. Jamie Foxx starring in a new Spawn movie that Todd McFarlane is going to write and direct. And here's an update right here. Can't really hear it that well. But a bit.
Listen, I talked to Todd
there you go. That's
McFarlane.
better.
We're going to do something really special, and we're walking it
We're
down.
going to do
We're
something special. It's going to be the best movie ever. I wish he did in Trump.
I've been tracking it, so looking forward to putting it down.
Yeah. So there you go. A little update on the new Spawn movie right there. And then you got to love this. The scoopers out there just like going crazy with this already. I can't keep track of all the bullshit, but of course it's giant freaking robot. I saw it on my Google feed. I was like, why is this on my Google feed? Henry Cavill finally returning for Man of Steel 2 with Zack Snyder directing. It's like, all right, whatever you say there. But yeah, you got to love that scooping game. Eventually, it's just going to say, Henry Cavill to star, produce, write, and direct Superman vs. the MCU. It's going to happen. Already. Exclusive right there for you guys. I love this. Alien, the short version, yeah. If only, I forgot what the cat's name was in Alien, but yeah, if only the cat got to that little alien, would have been good. I like that poster. It's pretty good. I like this poster as well. Bat Family, Batman Beyond, pretty cool. Alex Ross, you got to love it. And then, hey guys, do we have a little tease of the... We have a little tease of the Flash score right here. Andy Muschietti. Oh, wait. There we go. Up.
Yeah, not the parts rest.
And it's happy birthday. Aww. That's just lovely. Ah, it's so good, so good.
That's great for the movie. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Anytime.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Good times. Gotta love it.
By the way, thank you for having us here. It's something marvelous. Yeah.
That's right, man. So we got a little taste of Flash score Then, of course, it went to happy birthday, which is so awesome. Andy Muschietti, good guy, man. Good guy. Good guy. And now we have, so the marketing meetings have started to happen when it comes to Black Adam. Dwayne Johnson was posting all kinds of photos and whatnot. I like this little image right here. That should be a standee. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, the marketing is going to be kicking into high gear. Probably, yeah. Most likely, like, I would say, couple weeks into September, it'll start kicking into gear. It actually kind of already is, so I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to fix that. I like this. Spider Monkey doing some cool little art right here. Spider-Man. Love it. Love it. And then, of course, did you guys see this clip right here? This is a clip right here from Friday's Vodka Stream. Absolutely hilarious. And I'm so glad that Anthony joined the panel because his laugh is so big, so infectious. I love this right here. But this was like a funny moment that happened on Friday's Vodka Stream right towards the beginning right here.
Your Travis not getting yours. Hot. Again, I see the wife beater, and I always just want to go, Stella.
It literally has my wife on it though, so technically, like, I don't want to say the beater part, but
that was great. Oh, you said he got the wife beater on it. It literally has my wife on it. Oh my God. That is
yeah. I could not have served that up better. Oh, thank you, Travis. You just, okay, good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Over.
So good, so good. Yeah, but Anthony's laugh, man, it's just so big and so great. God, it's so damn infectious. But yeah, that was a great moment that happened on the Vodka Stream. It got pretty silly on Friday. Got pretty silly. All right, what else we got here? Oh, yeah, and then, when it came to box office, 3,000 Years of Longing earned only $2.87 million. And to be honest, I don't know how they really just didn't know how to market this movie. This movie should have just went directly to streaming, but I'm sure George Miller, he probably really pushed for it to be obviously in the big screen because it's George Miller. There was even like a message from George Miller in front of the movie. And it sucks because it's a unique movie. It's a very unique movie. And nobody was rushing out to see it, to be honest. So I really don't think they knew how to market that movie, but hey, what could he do? And then, of course, we have Nicotina right here. Andre, thank you to everybody who helped raise $1,900 for AFSP, which is great. Let's push it to 2,000. And, of course, when it comes to the Justice League 2 official trailer. So please do that. Donate. Go to his page. Go to his channel. Do all that stuff. We also got Mick right here, one of the TPZ guys, saying people really acting like Zack hasn't already won. There's really nothing left to fight about or prove. That's why they do what they do. If you want to put your time and energy into something, put it into supporting AFSP, which I always have his link down below, guys. So if you ever want to donate to, of course, the Adam Snyder AFSP, it's always provided down below under all of my videos, and please do so. And yeah, Mick is absolutely right. When it comes to like people, and even the article that we're going to read that mentions something, people still push back against it. The people that are just not all about this guy, or whatever, not all about it. They're still pushing back against it. And it's like, we won. We have a big fat W. Why are you still like saying shit like, I don't know. It's just really dumb. Just really dumb. So, and then of course there's still some infighting that happens too, which is like, stop it. Stop doing that too. Why do we still need to have that? But we've got to remember that we won. We won. Zack won because now he's building universes over on Netflix from the ground up. And he brought Ray Fisher with him too. So just all good. It's all good. Release the Ayer cut. I want you. There you go. This is a cool little poster right here for the Ayer cut. Deadshot. Love it. Love it. Hey, we got Ghostbusters Multiverse because yes, guys, at one time, John Belushi was going to be in Ghostbusters. So was Eddie Murphy. Pretty crazy if you think about that. Walmart apparently is selling a kid's Batman costume, and it looks very much like it's supposed to be the 89 Batman. If you look at the logos look very much like the 89 Batman, but the chest piece and the cowl are his new costume. It's the costume we're going to see in The Flash. It's the costume that we saw on the Batgirl set. Yeah. What the hell is that about? That is weird. It's very strange. It's very strange. I don't know what's going on there. I love how it says muscle chest. But yeah, I don't know. Might have to get me one. Do they have one in a men's medium? I don't know. I'll rock that shit. Yeah. Halloween, I will. But yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. That is very much the new costume. They were like, fuck it. He got canceled out of Batgirl. Just put it out there. But we're going to see it in The Flash. I don't know. Weird. But that's happening. Isn't it crazy that this was 8 years ago? The whole Ice Bucket Challenge? The Ice Bucket Challenge was 8 years ago. And remember when Amy Adams and Henry Cavill did it? And Henry Cavill did it in the fucking Superman costume? And she did it in her Lois Lane wardrobe? Crazy to think about. 8 years ago. Wow. Who watched the VMAs last night? That fucking cult ceremony? Did you guys watch that? Ew, I saw pictures and I'm just going, man, it gets more cultish every year. Ugh. And then look at this. I made this joke because I get it. Screen Rant. I was busting the balls because I was like, Screen Rant wrote this. It said, Top Gun Maverick stars Glenn Powell and Miles Teller reunite, showing they have no rivalry like the characters. It's like, well, yeah, we know that. They're actors. But that is a hat. That is a choice there, Glenn Powell. The rim of the hat, the freaking, it is almost hitting Miles Teller in the face. But yeah, Miles Teller posted that. Let's see what else we got here. We got some images. We got some images from the Glass Onion, which is Knives Out 2, of some of the cast members right here. So Empire released some of that. It's got a stellar ensemble cast. Can't wait to see it. We got some of the TPZ guys that have been using the AI technology to make some pretty cool images when it comes to Rebel Moon. And here's one of them right there. That is cool that Mr. Dave did right there. So that's cool. There's a couple other ones. And then we got Aaron Bailey making this little art right here of Batfleck back in the, the medieval times right there. I like it. You can actually order that if you want to. Here's another image from one of the TPZ guys. Showing off something that was created by AI art, apparently, AI technology. So that's pretty cool. I like it. And then, we'll be talking about that. And like I said, Dwayne Johnson's starting to, he has to do his, somebody has to take a picture of him walking from his car, strutting, So there he is. Doing that promotional stuff, and of course he's got his tequila right there, which I gotta try. Maybe I'll try it the weekend that Black Adam comes out. Maybe I'll be sipping some of his tequila on the vodka stream right there. And then happy 25th birthday to Netflix. Can you believe that Netflix has been around for 25 years? It was founded 25 years ago. And they released this whole thing right here, showing the progression of everything. To talk about. Remember when you had to get the DVDs and whatever through the mail, and then all the stuff, and then it turned into streaming. And you saw Army of the Dead right there, which is cool. But yeah, so happy birthday to Netflix. People in Canada, apparently, The Rock is coming to Canada. Warner Brothers Canada announced today that the one and only Dwayne Johnson will be coming to Toronto, his home away from home, to celebrate the release of Black Adam. So yeah, definitely it's all happening. And there's me as a cable guy, which I was a cable guy at one point. I didn't quite wear a uniform like that, but I had the tool belt. I had a drill, I had that. But I didn't wear a full-on jumpsuit like that. Unless I was crawling underneath the house. That was when I would actually do that. Boop, 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 boop. So apparently Beverly Hills Cop 4, which is now titled Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, they Top Gun Mavericked the title. That's right. They're like, hey, it's called Top Gun Maverick. It did a good job. We're going to call it Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley. Stupid, doesn't sound as good as Top Gun Maverick, but hey, whatever. But yes, Taylor Page and Joseph Gordon-Levitt have been cast in Beverly Hills Cop 4. So there you go. Cool. And this is crazy too right here. This is pretty crazy. Apparently, production has suspended on Natalie Portman's Apple TV Plus series Lady in the Lake after a group of locals threatened to shoot someone if they weren't paid $50,000. People suck. People fucking suck. That's just what's happening. People suck. Wow. All right, now of course talking about things that are happening with Warner Brothers Discovery and whatnot. Now we got something else that's going on right here when it comes to Deadline. Legendary Entertainment, which of course always had an agreement with Warner Brothers, and we heard about the whole debacle when it came to Godzilla vs. Kong. Legendary Entertainment eyeing rival studio options with Warner deal over. Legendary Entertainment is said to be eyeing a move from its on-again, off-again, God, they have that kind of relationship, home of Warner Brothers, as its deal with the studio expired recently, Deadline has confirmed. Sony and Paramount are said to be in the mix with the former of Frontrunner. Warner Brothers also has a new deal on the table for Legendary, which was previously at Universal and before that at Warner. Reps of Legendary and Warner Brothers declined to comment. But yes, there was a kerfuffle when it came to the whole, when it came to Dune, when it came to Godzilla and Godzilla versus Kong and stuff like that. But yeah, so more shakeups happening when it comes to that. So who knows? Maybe they'll resolve it and maybe they'll get back together, On again, off again relationship. That first night when they get back together, the sex is always really just phenomenal, right? Yeah, Legendary Warner Brothers Discovery sex. Anyways, I went there. Happy birthday to Carla Gugino. That's right. 51 years old. Still a stunner. Still an absolute stunner. She's a fine wine. She is a fine wine for sure. So yeah, when it comes to, remember she was in various movies. She was almost, a lot of people were posting about the Catwoman thing. Remember the whole Catwoman thing when Zack posted that whole thing and stuff like that? I mean, that would have been his choice, that was always my choice for his Catwoman for sure. Hey, here's a picture of Johnny Cash in 1959 about to go on stage. That's a pretty cool shot. I like it. Did you guys see this?
Put it in.
The Weird Al trailer is here. Can't wait, because huge fan of Weird Al when I was a kid. I love that Weird Al is actually in the movie. So looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. I'll be watching it. I'll do a review also. It's on the Roku channel, so that'll be good stuff. Cheers. All right, guys, let's talk about the main topic. Let's talk about what's going on here. Whoop! Did I? I didn't mean to show that one, but hey, it does happen. Okay, let's get to the main topic here. Make sure do all that. All right, so we got another awesome little article right here, guys. That man, these articles just keep coming out, and it just kind of makes you wonder, what's happening with all this. And again, just going back to what Mick said, saying that when it comes to all this, it's like, Zack won, we won, the fandom won. Okay, we won, and now that things are just going into this whole new studio, this new regime. An old guard is out, a new guard is coming in. Some people are not really liking what's happening, which, yeah, I understand that. Because obviously it sets a bad precedent. We've talked about that, the Batgirl thing and canceling a bunch of various other projects and stuff like that. Makes you wonder, wow, would anybody want to work with Warner Brothers Discovery? Well, Matt Reeves thankfully does, because obviously he signed that deal last week that he will be continuing to, bring forth his Batman franchise, his Batman world into Warner Brothers, and signed a big multi-picture deal, Final Cut also, which is great. But here's the article right here. From Batgirl fallout to rebooting Superman, all the landmines facing the next DC chief. So they're talking about Dan Lin. On its face, finding the next Kevin Feige to oversee Warner Brothers Discovery film and TV adaptations of DC Comics is a bit like declaring you only want to make hits, if only wishing could make it so. So yeah, talking about all this, they talk about Dan Lin, the producer of all that, possibly being that. And then it kind of goes through right here. Dealing with the fallout of Batgirl cancellation, canceling Batgirl may have made sense from a dollars and cents perspective. Zaslav is committed to making streaming movies for a price that Batgirl, with its $90 million budget, was thought too expensive to fit nicely into the mold. Well, it wasn't just that. It was very much where it was placed in the whole story. Walter Hamada had nada. The film, also, sources say, wasn't in good enough shape to justify the $50 million needed to market the release in theaters. So now Zaslav gets a tax write-off. Successful comic book universes, however, aren't run by accountants. You need great filmmakers, visionary writers, and talented stars. That's a group that may not be feeling so hot about all things Warner Brothers Discovery to thrive. The next DC chief will need to restore relationships with talent who fear that their next project could go the way of Batgirl. But at the same time, all you have to do is be like, explain what happened with their old regime, explain the numbers thing, and then they'll probably understand it. Just saying. Managing ongoing and unconnected film and TV projects. The only DC movie that currently has a green light post-merger is Joker Folie à Deux. Todd Phillips, of course, talking about it. Matt Reeves, meanwhile, is currently working on a sequel to his The Batman with Robert Pattinson, of course. Hasn't officially been greenlit yet, but again, he signed a multi-picture deal, so yes, it pretty much is. So remove all that. Zaslav, however, has a plan that he wants his own MCU for DC. Well, that's what they've all wanted to plan. Ironically, that was the current head of DC's film unit, Walter Hamada, was attempting to execute by harnessing the expansive possibilities of the multiverse in a movie that was meant to hit the reset button for DC's big storytelling. Again, Hamada had nada. Figuring out what to do with The Flash. On August 4th, earnings call for, of course, they talked about that. They talked about doing all that, and Miller has since released an apology. They've talked about that. And what's the issue with The Flash? Because The Flash, which every exec who has seen it will tell you is really good, is intended to clean up all the narrative threads left dangling from the DCU's stop and start approach to cinematic universal building. The film using time travel and the multiverse to reset the DC timeline from what had been started with 2013's Man of Steel and set it on a new course. If the film does come out, however, will the plan even hold, or will it be kind of a swan song before an even harder reset button is hit? We'll talk about that. When it comes to that, guys, I mean, again, Dan Lin coming in. When Dan Lin comes in, right? Obviously, you heard when he was on that podcast, he very much loves DC. He wanted to do Justice League Mortal, George Miller's. He talked about how that was such a missed opportunity. Alan Horn, guys. Alan Horn. Now, forget what everybody is also saying about everything. Alan Horn loves Zack Snyder. We know this. He produced 300, all the movies. We saw them, pictures together. Alan Horn is very much about Zack Snyder. And I'm sure he probably loved what Zack Snyder did when it came to his universe. So you got Alan Horn right there. Even if somebody were to come in and be like, hey, let's hit the reboot button, Alan Horn would probably swipe his hand away and be like, are you fucking kidding me? We got to build from what we can. So Alan Horn, remember, Alan Horn, figuring out what to do after The Flash and Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. So this is where they talk about, obviously Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom got pushed to next Christmas, not even next Christmas, the Christmas after next Christmas, my God. So obviously there's going to be some changes that come to this. And I'm even, it even sounds like there might not, I don't know. When it comes to James Wan, I feel sorry for that guy. The Flash was intended to usher in a whole new era for the DCU. I love how they didn't put the E in. Anyways, but now Aquaman 2, which was originally intended, but there may be some ongoing tweaking. Michael Keaton was originally supposed to show up as Batman at the end of Aquaman 2, following up on the character's return in The Flash, but now that Ben Affleck is also slated to appear in the Atlantis set adventure, that may be one former Batman too many. But you just never know. You just never know what's going to be happening with that. However, that is resolved. The new DC chief needs to find a new way to revive Superman. There are already several schools of thought there. One is simply bring back Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel. Another would be to move forward with J.J. Abrams' produced film that was supposed to have a script from Ta-Nehisi Coates and would have reportedly been the first to feature a black Superman, which nobody fucking wanted. We want Cavill back. Option 3 is to start from scratch or proceed with both the Abrams, Coates, and Cavill versions of Supes at the same time. I don't think we want to do that either. Then there's a desire to get a third Wonder Woman project going after the second one sputtered out with critics. Presumably that would involve having Gal Gadot once again wield the lasso of truth and also the sword. That's to say nothing of plans to get films featuring Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, and the panoply of other Justice Leaguers going. So do all that. Navigating, establish, they're talking about, of course, HBO Max and all this kind of stuff like that. We don't really need to go over that. Winning over fans. All right, so this is where it gets really stupid. This is where it gets dumb, folks. Let me take a drink before this one right here. There we go. Let's do it here. Privately, studio insiders have lamented that Zack Snyder's Justice League never should have happened. What? Never should have happened. Rather than quiet the unceasing online campaigning to release the Snyder Cut, the 4-hour HBO Max feature only further entrenched the vocal and extremely online Snyderverse fan base in opposition to the leadership at the studio in general and at DC in particular. Yeah, no shit. No shit. As things kept coming out, of course fans were like, what the hell are you doing? Even if there weren't fans of Snyder, they were going, what the hell are you doing? Seriously, what is going on? And when things kept coming out, everyone was like, what? Yeah, of course. So you got to win them back. Yes, that's partly what's going to be happening. And sadly, with certain sides, it still hasn't happened yet. Other sides it has. But yeah. And then it continues on by saying that group may be hard to win over, but DC has to do a better job of cultivating the kind of compelling franchises that will enable them to build up the kind of passionate, engaged, and excited fan base that can drown out the haters. That takes patience, which has often been in short supply at DC, where corporate overlords have long made it clear that they want their own in-house rival to the MCU, but have failed to understand the kind of blood, sweat, and tears it could take to build that juggernaut. So there you go. So there's the article right there. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. When it comes to the bots things, and then it comes to this. Warner Brothers insiders? What is that? Yeah. Was it 2 of them? Was it somebody named Walter? Was it somebody named Ann? Both of them had a plan, right? Were they just going are they DC insiders now because they're going to be unemployed? Is that what's going on? Is that the DC insiders right there? I don't know. Just seems kind of funny. But you know what, guys? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It really doesn't, okay? Because now this new regime, as much as, yes, I know some people are thinking that David Zaslav is some evil Lex Luthor right now. At the same time, you also got Alan Horn. And it sounds like Dan Lynn's going to be coming in there too. And he really has a love for the DC universe. And I think that could be our guy. It sounds like it's definitely going to be our guy. But yeah, just remember that Alan Horn. And Zaslav is looking at Alan Horn to be like, hey, help with this. Michael DeLuca, Pamela Abdi, it's all going to be good. So I think as much as what's going to be salvaged when it comes to Snyderverse, I think they'll definitely win over some people. There's not going to win over everybody. I already know that there's some, particular groups out there, one that runs a certain Twitter handle, RT, they don't care because if it doesn't have any kind of Snyder involvement, because as of right now, there's no Snyder involvement. But of course, what I keep on saying is 5 years from now, if they get their shit together, get Superman's house in order, get everything going, maybe eventually we'll get something in the line of Justice League sequels that Zack Snyder wanted to have. Maybe that's going to happen. Who knows? It's always up in the air, but at the same time, it's it doesn't matter. I mean, the fact that they're saying that now, it's just so weird. Again, it just seems like this is just another thing where Hamada or some of the old regime is just feeding Variety some bullshit. It should have never happened. Like, what are you talking about? It's a cultural phenomenon, okay? There's how many times have you heard release the whatever cut? That is now in pop culture. That is in mainstream. That is a thing now, okay? This has never been done before. People watched it. It made money for Warner Brothers. It did. I don't care what anybody says. It did. It made money. So, hey, shut the fuck up. That's all it is. You know, we got the W. And hopefully we'll continue on getting some W's. And, you know, another W, which we're all anxiously awaiting for, of course, is Superman. Superman. Henry Cavill Superman, to be specific. So I don't have any article or anything like here, so it's just gonna, you know, so we're just gonna talk about it. But yeah, so we've been talking about it, going back and forth. Like I keep on going, hey, I don't know. Like I'm just going by from my source, which is not even. I'm not trying to be a scooper. I'm not trying to be anything. I just have a friend. And, you know, I talk to other people too, but mainly it's just like, yeah, I got a friend that's just like going, okay, you know, maybe I'll like ask around or something like that. But guess what? I think right now, you know, when it comes to, this is what's funny about the, some of the scoopers out there. And of course, you know, you're, you know, something like that. You know, those kind of people is the fact of the matter is the sources that they once had are either gone or going to be gone. Because when it comes to Zaslav, he wants to plug all the leaks. He doesn't want, you know, he's trying to make sure that stuff doesn't leak out anymore. And that's going to be interesting too, because when it comes to the scooping game in Warner Brothers, I mean, I don't know if he's going to fully get rid of it, but Zaslav is trying his very best, and all of them, Alan Horn and all of them, trying their very best to plug the leaks, and they don't want things to leak out. So I think that's, you know, when it comes to certain people, and especially, you know, Miss Grace, who kind of, and then of course talked about, of course, today she talked about the Hyperion thing again, that whole thing. I mean, that was like 2 weeks ago, Grace. You're late. And all of a sudden she's like, oh, I'm hearing about that too. I'm like, oh yeah. Are you doing that to rile up fans again? I think you're doing that to rile up fans again. You know? So I don't know. Yeah, maybe her Marvel Studios sources are still very strong. It just doesn't seem like, when it comes to Henry Cavill, why would he want to be a character? I mean, I get it. It's Marvel Studios, and it could be something pretty good, and you could probably get a good payday and whatnot. But why would you want to be a character that the general audience is not really going to know? The rumor was that he was going to show up in Loki towards the end or something like that. And then where was he going to show up next? Who knows? Why would Henry Cavill want to be like, yeah, screw Superman, I'm going to do Hyperion? Like, what? No, he wants to play Superman again. Of course. You know, so what happened over the weekend, too, was like Eric Davis and Scoopy Pants, they did a Twitter Spaces, and Eric Davis asked Mr. Scoopy Poopy that, you know, what's going on with the whole rumors of Superman, and then basically he said, can't answer it because it would be a spoiler. So a lot of people are just going, all right, well, he's hearing it too. Other people are hearing it too. It's not fully confirmed, of course, but a lot of people are just basically hearing that, yes, Henry Cavill, Superman, is going to be showing up in Black Adam. And the one thing I wanted to, that I put out there as well, I don't have to share the screen or anything like that, but I asked you guys on YouTube, I did a poll, and we have like 1.3 thousand votes. I said, with the inclusion of Henry Cavill Superman and Black Adam, will it change your plans on seeing the movie? I wanted to gauge people on that. And 27% said, yes, I wasn't going to see it. So if there are 27% of the people who voted said like, oh yeah, I wasn't going to see it, but if Henry Cavill's going to be in it, cool. Which is bad, because it's like, man, you weren't going to see a movie, you're going to only see it for a cameo? Interesting. 62% said, no, I was still going to see it. So most people were still going to go see the movie who took the poll. And then the last one says, I'm still not going to see it, 11%. So, yeah, I mean, one of the things when talking to people about it, I was like, man, it's kind of sad that, like, when I had people in my mentions going like, I'm only going to see it if Cavill is in it for a little bit. I mean, it won't be a big scene. And for what we gathered, there was probably a placeholder. Maybe they refilmed something. I don't know about that. There's this whole thing about like, okay, if you filmed in July, remember the whole COVID thing? Remember the whole, like, we were wondering, like, okay, is he going to show up at Comic-Con? And then all of a sudden we heard that he got COVID. So, of course, they had to stop. Production, and then production resumed. Somebody sent me the article right here. It says, Henry Cavill back to work on The Witcher Season 3 after COVID-19. That was on August 14th that they reported this. So the beginning of August, but yeah, it said almost a week after production came to an abrupt halt on July 25th. Now, could that have been, some people are like, maybe there was some kind of cover. I'm like, well, maybe it wasn't like a cover, but maybe he did fly back to the States because obviously they filmed The Witcher overseas. Maybe he flew back to the States, and then when all that happened, he kind of went back and he had a little bit of the sniffles. I don't know. I'm just kind of like going, you're on a plane. Maybe, yeah, you contracted it. I'm like, maybe something happened there. I don't know. So I was just kind of looking at that like, So maybe he came back to the States and ended up shooting a scene, got COVID, and then they had to halt some shit. I don't know. I'm just trying to piece things together. But yeah. But anyways, it just seems like a lot of the other, scoopers out there are just kind of like talking about it too. And we remember there was that girl that posted Coco something. She posted a tweet back in July saying that she just met Henry Cavill in LA. And I remember I retweeted it too, saying like, oh my God, so he was in LA. So that really got the speculation and all the people like talking about it, like, oh my God, like this girl, she deleted the tweet, I think, but she said that she met Henry Cavill in LA, I think at a coffee shop or something like that. And it was actually him. So there was that kind of was like, oh my God, he was in LA. So, and, I have something else that I'll talk about. Maybe I'll talk about on the members only post-show stream on Wednesday. I'll probably post something maybe on Patreon, but something else that was kind of interesting that could add to this that I'll talk about on there. But anyways, guys, it's like 99.76314% confirmed. My God. What's going to happen, though, is it's going to market. I mean, there's a chance, we got to remember this, that there's a chance that Black Adam might not do well at the box office. But you know what's going to be big from the movie is the fact that Henry Cavill's in it. The scene will leak the weekend of, so make sure you go see it if you want to see it, or you just wait for the scene to leak, because it's going to leak. There's going to be images or something like that. So, I mean, and it's like, okay, they're going to be watching, of course, the Black Adam box office, and it might not do as well as they would hope it does, but they're going to see the analytics and the engagement when it comes to Henry Cavill Superman and how excited people are. So I was talking about this too, which is the fact is like, all right, so if he shows back up, Henry Cavill's back in Black Adam, it doesn't do well. Is that good? No, it's not exactly good, but the online hype and everything for Cavill's return will be huge. So obviously if he's in it, he signed a multi-picture deal. He's going to get his own movie. He's going to, whatever the fuck. But at least we could actually see that people will be excited that, hey, Henry Cavill's back, and it'll be blowing up all over the place, which will be good, even if Black Adam doesn't do well at the box office. Trying to be optimistic here because I was really worried that Henry Cavill coming back in a movie that might not do that well at the box office might be not so great. But again, the online hype will be there, at least. So, there's that. Trying to be optimistic, folks. Trying to be. Yes. All right. Let's go over to the Marvel side. Apparently, they've locked in their director, and he's already worked on Marvel stuff. WandaVision. That's right. WandaVision director Matt Shakman in talks to helm Marvel's Fantastic Four movie. Yeah, it says in talks, but pretty much this guy probably has the gig because apparently he was supposed to be directing the new Star Trek movie, with Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto and all that stuff, and he exited out of that movie same weekend. It's like, okay, yeah. It's not in talks. Something is definitely happening. He's going from one space epic to, Fantastic Four is not going to be exactly in space, but yeah. So it sounds to me like, yes, he is definitely going to be getting the gig. And looking at his IMDb, Mr. Stackman or whatever, he, he's got some good things. He's done a lot of TV work. He actually has directed an episode of The Boys. He did. So he has done The Boys. WandaVision, of course, he did many things with that. He did some episodes of Succession, Oliver Forever, Billions. He's done a lot of TV work. That's pretty much all he's done. He even did some episodes of House. So that's pretty cool. I like House. That's the only doctor show I can really tolerate. He's done Mad Men, so New Girl. So he's done a lot of work on TV. So not so much, full features, but hey, now it's about time. So there you go. It sounds to me like, yes, that is in fact going to be the Fantastic Four director. And then, of course, what's his name? There's some people that are being teased. Penn Badgley, I always say his name wrong. Apparently, he's been rumored to play Reed Richards. And Jodie Comer has been rumored for Sue Storm as well. So there's been some things out there. So I don't know. Who knows? We'll probably maybe get the cast at D23. Maybe we'll get something. But the rumor right now is Penn Badgley. Yeah, I know. I want John Krasinski to come back, but maybe that was just, that's just going to be a one-off thing. He was just going to be a one-off variant. So who knows? But there you go. But yeah, they'll probably fully announce it at D23. But there you go. Stackman, Fantastic Four. And then finally, this craziness that's been happening with Olivia Wilde and Don't Worry, Darling, which I'm very much looking forward to, that stars Miss Florence Pugh, pew, 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 pew. Some drama. She's not been looking good recently. But in an article, they talked about it right here, that when it came to apparently Harry Styles, the character that Harry Styles is playing, that was originally going to be going to Shia LeBouf. And according to articles out there, Shia LaBeouf was fired from Don't Worry, Darling to keep Florence Pugh safe. What? So according to Olivia Wilde, let's see here. What's the article? Okay, so, she basically said, I knew that I was going to be asking Florence to be in a very vulnerable situations, and my priority was making her feel safe to making her feel supported. So replacing right there. Originally, Wilde was cast in the lead of Alice, of Suburban Housewife, who starts to question blah, blah, blah. And then it says, I say this as someone who is such an admirer of his work. His process was not conducive to the ethos and I demand in my productions. He has a process that in some ways seems to require combative energy, and I don't personally believe that it is conducive to the best performances. So she kept on saying this stuff. Basically was trying to keep her safe. But then, of course, Shia LaBeouf came out and said, hey, what the hell? I quit your film. What are you saying? So she was saying all that, and then they didn't say anything like that. But then it said LaBeouf claims he officially quit Don't Worry, Darling the next day on August 17th, 2020, according to an email. So we said all this, I feel, and then basically this is what happened when it came to that. Do I have that up? Oh, I forgot to bring up, hold on a sec. Let me bring up the video right here. Where is it at? Let's see. I forgot to bring the video up, but this happened over the weekend where it was like, wait a minute, what is happening here? Hold on. So here's the video right here of her. Apparently there was a video that was sent to Shia, and it kind of shows that she lied. So here it is right here.
Shia. I just went riding my horse, very sweaty, but I wanted to reach out because I feel like I'm not ready to give up on this yet, and I too am heartbroken, and I want to figure this out. And I think this might be a bit of a wake-up call.
Hashtag time's up, Olivia.
And I want to know if you're open to giving this a shot with me, with us. If she really commits, if she really puts her mind and heart into it at this point. And if you guys can make peace, and I respect your point of view, I respect hers, but if you guys can do it, what do you think? Is there hope? Is there hope? Will you let me know? Okay, bye.
Whoops.
Sorry,
Not too good. Not too good right there. Now, again, because you have to say this nowadays, you know, especially when it came to the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing, just because you're going, what the hell, Olivia, doesn't mean we're supporting like Shia. We know he's got a really troubled past. Apparently, he spoke with John Bernthal. They talked about things. They talked about all kinds of things. And yes, there's been some bad allegations of abusiveness and violence when it comes to Shia in the past. Yes, that's fucked up. Of course, nobody wants to support that. You know, nobody's taking a side. I'm not taking a side here. But recently, when it comes to Olivia Wilde, she hasn't quite been put in the right light. She's not helping out her cause, okay? Because when it came to the whole Jason Sudeikis thing, ex-hubby, and when she got served papers, custody papers, on the stage at CinemaCon, of course, she blasts him and saying, how dare he do this, and blah, 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 when he had no control. No control. He didn't pay, do it. No, they just wanted to find her, and that's where they knew she was going to be. No control. And then all of a sudden she comes out and goes, yes, I wanted to fire her because I wanted to keep Florence Pugh safe. And then all of a sudden you get this video right here where she's like trying to get Shia to work with this, and then calling, you know, and then kind of just making it seem like Florence Pugh is a difficult one. Didn't that seem like it was, right? It seemed like she was making it seem like she's the difficult one. So not too good. So a lot of drama. A lot of drama, apparently, that was happening behind the scenes. And it's okay, guys, because we got Harry Styles. Oh, fuck. We got Harry Styles, yeah. I don't know. I saw a clip from Don't Worry, Darling, and, you know, there's a reason why Christopher Nolan didn't have him talk much in Dunkirk. I'm just saying. You know, maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll be better. So maybe it'll be. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the movie because it looks interesting, and you know, I like Florence Pugh. You know, but I don't know. But apparently, Florence Pugh, they say it's because she's going to be filming. She's going to be filming Dune 2. That she's not going to really take part in the press for Don't Worry, Darling, except for at a film festival that it's going to be at. That's all she's going to do. She's going to do some press for that, and that's it. Pretty interesting. I don't know if that ties into all this. I think it does. But, yeah, scheduling conflicts, you know, they like to use that. But anyways, Olivia Wilde, you need to, you know, not really helping your cause with stuff. Just saying. Okay. So there's all the topics right there. Olivia Wilde. Wilden! All right. So where are we at here? Let me go to my... let's go see some... let's get some Twitter questions right here. All right. Here we go. Rosemary, Davey, why don't you have Sunday morning hangover streams anymore? I was doing too many streams, and the Sunday morning hangover was just too much. It was just me just talking for a little bit. And I figured, I was like, you know what? I do 3 Film Junkee lives a week. I do the vodka stream on Friday. And then, of course, Batman the Fanimated on Sunday. I just was like, you know what? And then once a month, I do the Patreon stream. I just felt like it was just too much. Like there wasn't anything that added to anything because it really wasn't just anything. So, yeah, that's why I stopped it. And not to mention, you know, sometimes you just want to wake up on a Sunday and not do anything. You just want to, you know, not do anything. So... Tet or Zed. I love Harry Styles, but the boy is prettier than he is talented. Thank you. I agree. Austin Smith. At the end of the day, Zach won, and nothing they say or do will ever change that. Now we just need to get Ayers cut out. Amen. Amen, sir. Devon Wooter. Dave, serious question. How you become a good YouTuber? Because I want to start a YouTube channel in a couple... of more years. Can you teach me how? And there's nothing to teach how. Just fire up a microphone, fire up a camera. That's all you got to do. It's all about, you know, whatever works, whatever doesn't. I'm still figuring it out myself. Skylar, WB regrets Justice League, but not Justice League, Catwoman, or Batman and Robin. Ha! Zing. Carrie, hey Dave, while it takes time, what changes do you hope that Zaslav DeLuca and the new DC head will bring to the culture of WBD? Personally, I hope Zaslav plugs the leaks that get out to Scoopy Pants, which he is doing that, essentially putting him and Scoopers out of the job. What else for you? Well, I mean, just really letting the director do their thing. Whoever it is, let them do their thing. Tell their stories. That's what I hope for. But I'm like right with you there, which I talked about. He is very much trying to plug all the holes, leaks. Legendary, yeah. We'll try to do one question at a time here. Eric, so Dave, with all the tea you've given us, it's given us a lot of hope for the future. So let me ask, how closely is Zach watching this? He's doing a lot of great stuff on Netflix, but how interested is he about the plan? I have no idea. I think he's very much consumed. Zach is very much consumed in the movie that he's trying to make. It's 2-part epic Star Wars type movie. So he's probably hearing a little bit from this, but I don't think he's really consumed about this. And yeah, of course, people are saying he's very interested. No, he's he's not very interested. He's very interested on completing his movie. I wish people would realize that. You know, I'm sure he's catching some wind of it. I'm not trying to totally just like blow that out of the water, but guys, he is filming a big, huge 2-part space opera right now. So yeah, he's probably catching wind of some of it and probably laughing at some of it too. But yeah. Ugh. Oh my God. Okay. For Rosemary. Really? Really? Okay, I don't know if I could show that on YouTube. Nikki, Jesus Christ. Oh my Lord. Holy crap. Well, hopefully that doesn't get my thing pulled. Oh my Lord, I should have checked it before I was here. Oh my God. Yeah, if you guys didn't see that, that was Henry Cavill. That was Henry Cavill, of course, you know, wearing some, not wearing undies in some very loose pants. So you actually see, you know, some dingle-dangle going on right there. Holy crap. I think we'll be okay, but my God. Jesus Christ. Ryan, do you have a chance to see the South Park 25 anniversary live at Red Rocks yet? I haven't seen it yet. I believe it's on Paramount Plus. I'll have to check it out. Andrew Casali. Speaking of Fantastic Four, what do you think of the version in 2005? At least Dr. Doom looked like his comic book counterpart, and Chris Evans was the Human Torch. That was good casting. It was. Thank you for the $10. I think we'll be okay. Nikki. I was just giving you shit. But, you know, I mean, hey, dudes have bulges. It's not like that one time when I typed in Spider-Man on the search bar and then literally had somebody in a Spider-Man costume like jump up and down and their dick fell out. Yeah. That as long as that didn't happen, it was just a bulge. It's just a bulge. That's all it was. I think they'll be okay with bulges. But anyways, when it comes to the 2005, yeah, I like the original one. Sequel had potential, and I liked the Silver Surfer plot, but I don't know. There was other things that I didn't really like about it, but yeah. So, EVM, do you think a Latina actress could be cast as Sue Storm? It's always a possibility. He has a Cavill question too. Do you think Henry Cavill could be cast in? I don't know. That's what we're thinking about there. CK Cooper Knox, not gonna lie, Mr. Film Junkie, I miss your porn stash mustache. Yep. I mean, I'm colder now, but hey. Soups Kenobi, it was a mistake. Sure, Grandpa. Now let's get you in the car and off. Yes, exactly. As well as the global phenomenon that is Zack Snyder's Justice League. Come on, right? Nice T-shirt. Thank you. Yeah, I got this. I got this recently. I figured, I like these shirts. They're funny. Andrew Nathan, in a perfect world, what movie do you want to have the green light after Blue Beetle? A Booster Gold and Blue Beetle team up? That'd be sweet. Edward Arnett, Guarantee you, if Cavill is actually in Black Adam, even with no lines, I bet you an alligator tail that it's going to be the most talked comic book film of the year. See how Marvel films came and went? Yeah, that's true. Like I said, the buzz will be that. The buzz will be that. Cat, Olivia Wilde is wild. It's so accurate. Your stream hasn't started yet, and here I am cackling. Yes. That wasn't even my joke. A lot of people, when I posted posted about her video, people were like, Olivia Wilde is wild. So I was just like, that's a good little thing right there. And then finally, Devon, I'll answer another question from you, but let's try to keep it to one. Dave, I have a question. Do you think some fans are out of control, like they don't want films like Black Adam and The Flash to be good and bomb at the box office? That's not right. Yeah, some people do. Some people sadly do. Even though it was going to be a movie that was going to salvage the Snyderverse more than any other of the films, like I keep on saying. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, it's just, I think some people might be coming around now that things are changing. And, it's funny, too, because everybody was just like, I'm so... How many times are we going to hear, Ben Affleck's back, Henry Cavill's back? We've heard that like 7 times in like the past year. Stop saying that they're back. Let's wait till they're actually... I mean, obviously, Ben Affleck back in Aquaman. Yes, that's great. That's cool. That's fan-fucking-tastic. But how many times? But he is going to be in the Flash movie. He's got a very significant role in the Flash movie. It's like... In Aquaman 2, he's only got like 1 scene. In the Flash, he's got more than 1 scene. It's just... That's what's kind of funny. Ben Affleck's back. Yeah, he's going to be in the Flash. We know this. Stop saying he's back. And Cavill, how many times is Cavill going to be back? He's going to be back so many times. Boy, it just gets kind of tiring. Thank you for the $5 super chat, TJUC123. I missed the Henry Cavill image, and now I want to see the Spider-Man video. This stream has me messed up. Yeah, like I said, I was just, I was just giving Captain Gator Girl some shit. But no, it's just, if you look at my Twitter, you could see that, yes, you could see, a Henry Cavill bulge. A bulge. A pretty, you could see a pretty significant lining of little Cal. A little Cal down there, Anyways, holy shit. You gotta love it. Gotta love it on Film Junkie Live, right, guys? Right. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you smash that like, thumbs up before you leave. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff right there. I appreciate you guys clicking in. Subscribe to the Patreon. I've been dropping some things on there. So we want to get some stuff more, more exclusive stuff right there. It is right there. If you want to join, become a member, do so. You can do that. And then, of course, make sure you follow me on all the sock meds. Everything's right there. Twitter mainly, of course. But yeah, I got Facebook and all that stuff. I need to start posting things on Vero again for sure. But anyways, guys, love ya. See you guys tomorrow. Same junkie time, same junkie channel. All right, talk to you later.